Hey beautiful, welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And now my dear, hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and this pick a card reading is actually gonna be a candle wax reading, and it's all about the next chapter of your life. So let's look into what's coming for you, what you need to know about it. And yeah, as always, I have 3 piles you can choose from, and I have cards and crystals for you guys. Now, this is pile 1 with the 10 of cups. This is pile 2 with the queen of cups, and this is pile 3 with the 9 of cups. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey Palawan, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what do you need to know about the next chapter of your life? What's coming for you? Now let's start straight away with your reading, my dear. I have your candle right here. So let's see for my beautiful pile 1. The next chapter of your life. What do you need to know? As always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here for you guys. Although I got some energy coming through already through the meditation. Still, let's see. Yeah, your meditation was very strong. That's something I want to emphasize here. But let's see, for my dear pile 1. Okay. The first thing I would like to share with you guys regarding this next chapter of your life, I would say it's a very busy chapter of your life. It is a chapter in which I literally heard you're gonna make a lot of things happen. So when we talk about the energy of it, it is not slow moving, but it is very, I would say, decisive and very action oriented. So one thing you should know about this next chapter of your life is, I would say, you're stepping in when it comes to your I would say determination, because it really feels like it. It feels like you guys are getting very serious when it comes to, yeah, the things that you have in your mind. You know, sometimes we may have certain goals, or we may have certain things that, let's just say, we want to accomplish this year, goals, maybe even New Year's resolutions, you know, whatever it may be. But it's one thing to think about it and being motivated about it, like mentally speaking, but then it's a complete other thing actually acting on it, or really being determined when it comes to putting the right steps into motions, right? And what I'm seeing for you guys is that when we talk about this next chapter of your life, this is you putting in the work. This is you really moving forward a lot. I see you guys being very busy and occupied, but not in a stressful kind of way. You know, sometimes when we hear actions, someone being busy, like only listening to it can be very stressful, because it sounds like, yeah, we do a lot that maybe we don't want to do. But what I'm getting here is that this is you doing this for yourself. This is you doing this to, I'm hearing, go to the next level, okay? Whatever this may mean to you, because, our greatest version is something very personal. Our dream lifestyle, something very personal, or even, taking our life to the next level. It can mean something very different for every and each one of us. It's a very, it's a personal choice, right? When it comes to the things we want. And whatever this means to you, I see you definitely moving into, I'm hearing a more fulfilled lifestyle. So there's something about lifestyle in here that you guys may want to experience for yourselves. And this next chapter is definitely all about putting in the right work to come closer to it. But once again, it's when I'm talking about the energy here, yes, it's straightforward. Yes, it is action oriented, and it is also busy, but it is not draining. So I don't see you guys overly, being overly productive, doing too much, and then burning out and stuff like that. This is not what I'm seeing. It's about having fun. When we're very motivated about, let's say, a goal, and of course we put in the work, because otherwise we know we won't be able to create it. Of course, putting in the action, the work is part of the journey. But when we are coming forward with the right motivation, and we may not even at times take ourselves too serious, because if we take ourselves too serious, this can stress us additionally, right? In this energy, there is also a fun element to it. I see you guys having fun in this next chapter of your life, because I'm hearing I'm doing this for myself, okay? I'm doing this for myself, and I want to also enjoy the journey, not only the goal, because, yes, of course, the end goal, of course, it's something to thrive for, it's something to be excited about, right? This goal that you have, this lifestyle that you want to achieve for yourself, of course, it's something you're looking forward to. But the way you're gonna go about this next chapter of your life is not only to enjoy the end goal, but actually to enjoy the journey as well. Because have you ever heard a quote going something like, the journey is the goal? That's kind of the energy here. I see you guys, by the way, also taking a lot of time to connect with people. I see you being in social gatherings, or at least with people who you care about for sure, maybe more so than usual, coming together with your loved ones. Definitely see some interaction happening here, and I really feel like this interaction is actually going to be great recharging for you. Now, what do I mean by that? I know there's some people who, when they interact with other people, it may drain them, and then there are people who actually get recharged from it, right? I'm not seeing you guys being this or that, but I'm seeing that with with the way it's being shown to me, you're really gonna enjoy the time that you spend with these people, with your loved ones, because I'm hearing it is well invested time, well invested quality time. So even if you're someone who normally doesn't really like to interact with people too much, I see that the people you're going to interact with, okay, you definitely have a lot of love for them. Oh my goodness, I burned my nail again. I always do this. You guys, look at my nail. Anyways, as I was saying, I really, really feel like the people you're going to interact with are going to, yeah, are actually people that you genuinely love to be with, okay? You genuinely love their company, and this is where we're getting this, yeah, I would say almost like a recharging energy from it. One thing, my dear, by the way, that I also got coming through from the meditation is that this next chapter of your life, it's also gonna make you reconnect with your inner child. It was quite a dominant energy, so I feel like you're gonna take your your inner child more serious, okay? Let me see. Excuse me, my dear. Yeah, it's kind of like, we have heard very often that it's important to connect with our inner child and stuff like that. But sometimes we don't know why, okay? We may hear these things and we acknowledge them, but we then just go about our day. We don't really give it a lot of thought. I see that when it comes to this chapter of your life, it definitely, I'm hearing you will understand why. And I feel like it has something to do with this playfulness I've been talking about. I said, yes, you're going to be very action oriented, very determined when it comes to, going for those goals and really, more, I would say more driven in general. However, it is not in a burned out kind of way, but in a playful way, which is gonna make you have fun, going for your goals. Once again, the journey is the goal, not the goal is the goal. And this playful energy that I've been talking about, I do feel like it is very much connected to your inner child as well. So it could be the case that you're gonna have the need to do more things that made you maybe happy when you were younger, when you were a child. And for some people, being an adult and doing things that we liked as a child may be two completely contradicting things. And you may find this extremely ridiculous, but you guys, doing certain things that we enjoy doing as a child, or putting ourselves at least in this playful energy space, can be so nurturing. And of course, it depends on your particular experience, but it can be something as simple as, maybe watching or rewatching a movie from your childhood, or maybe watching something that you like to watch when you were younger, and it really puts you back into, this time. It, makes you feel this carefree time again, puts you into this very fun headspace. Of course, this is just an example. It can be anything for you guys, but even if it's just rewatching something you used to like, I really feel like it's gonna make life a little bit more playful, because sometimes life as an adult can be so serious and draining that we need to connect with a more lighthearted side of ourselves, right? And this is what I see you guys doing when it comes to this next chapter of your life. It's definitely gonna be more important than you guys think. And for those of you guys who may do this already, I see you guys definitely incorporating it more into your day to day life. So, for example, maybe you're gonna watch a movie or maybe a clip of your, favorite childhood movies before going to bed to, make you a little bit calm and peaceful. Whatever it may be, I see you definitely enjoying it a lot. That's for sure. Another thing I'm getting here, and this could be a little bit specific by the way, you guys, but I heard that mm, a wish that you have had for quite a long time, it's gonna become very major in this next chapter. Now, maybe this wish is actually what you're thriving towards, this lifestyle, this goal, taking your life to the next level. It could already be this wish, but it can also be something totally different. I mean, you could have your goals, you could work towards the thing you want to accomplish for yourself. In addition to that, a wish that you had for a very long time, I'm hearing it's gonna come true in this next chapter. So, for example, it could be the case that you always dreamed about doing this solo trip, or you always dreamed about, you know, traveling to a certain place. I see you guys going for it. And this traveling trip energy is just an example. It can be anything. For some of you guys, maybe you always dreamed about, taking this class. Let's just say, I know, like a dance class or so. I see you guys actually doing something that was in your mind for quite a long time. And let me tell you, it's gonna improve your life quality a lot because it's something that you're gonna enjoy. And honestly, you guys, I personally believe that we don't do things we enjoy enough, okay? And of course, a big part or a big reason for that is because we're not children anymore. We don't have all the time in the world to do whatever we want. Most of us are, you know, adults with a lot of responsibilities. We may even have responsibilities when it comes to other people as well. We need to take care of and stuff like that, right? We can't just freely do whatever we want. But it's so important to to make the time. And of course, not everyone is going to have hours of their day making time for the things they actually love to do. But even if it's just a few minutes of the day, it is still so important for us to show up for ourselves with things we're actually passionate about. Because at the end of the day, my dear, we don't think about the hours we spend doing adult stuff, but we actually think about the things that made us happy or we actually enjoyed, right? Doing. And I personally believe that it is so important for us to, even if it's once a week, to do more things that make us passionate and fulfill us with joy. Things we genuinely love to do because most of us may have jobs or careers that we actually don't like to do. So it's kind of like balancing it out a little bit, putting our energy into something that is meaningful or feels like purposeful to us. And this is something I see you prioritizing in this next chapter in your life as well. Doing more things that actually fill you with joy. And even if it's just the little things at the beginning, but I see you definitely prioritizing that. That's for sure. And once again, it's going to improve you and your life so much. And it's also going to give you a lot of fulfillment. You got the 10 of Cups, and I really feel drawn to say something about this. I chose all the piles, randomly, the cards for every each pile, but the 10 of Cups is a card of fulfillment, or it's the card of fulfillment. And I do feel like you're gonna prioritize that because sometimes we're just in the survival mode, not really even thinking twice about enjoying our time more. And what I'm seeing is that no, you're gonna prioritize it. You're gonna prioritize feeling more fulfillment, not only waiting till the holidays come, but actually trying to incorporate more. And once again, even if it's just little things into your life that energize you more and just fill you with excitement more. That's for sure. My dear pile one, this is all I have for you guys for today. If you, my dear, would like to claim this incredible reading, I love this energy a lot, then let's go with a dog emoji. Drop a dog emoji in the comment section below, my dear. And as always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal one, take care, my dear. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what can we get about the next chapter of your life? What's coming for you? What do you need to know, my dear? Now let's start straight away. I have your candle right here. Also, it happened again, you guys. In pal 1, I burned my nail again. I always burn this one. And you will have to watch it because it was. Yeah, I didn't even notice until like the burning smell came through. It was hilarious, but like the sacrifices I do with my candle wax readings, right? Anyway, so as always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here for you guys. And then let's see for my beautiful pile 2. What's the next chapter in your life? Let's see, let's see. What energies can we get? Okay. The first thing I would like to say regarding this next chapter of your life is um, let me say it like that. You're definitely the main focus in here. You know, in Pal 1, I got other people's energies coming through as well. But for now, what I can see is that this next chapter is truly all about you. So it doesn't matter whether, you know, you guys are in relationships or not, whether you guys are, you know, very active when it comes to your social life. I really am getting only you coming through here, at least so far. I mean, we don't know later on, but for now. And what I'm getting about you is that there is definitely, my dear, and it's kind of like you taking a step back, okay? I really feel like this next chapter of your life is all about a lot of reflection. Honestly, the best way to put this energy is, you know, you guys, I sometimes like to give you examples, metaphors, or even like tarot card energies. And I would say the Hermit card is a great card to describe this energy. You know, it's all about you, and it could even be the case that for some of you guys, you go on a journey within, you know, you prioritize yourself in the way that I do feel like you guys are gonna care about your inner world more. You know, a lot of things, I mean, actually everything we do in our day to day life, even if it's something externally, one way or another, it is, of course, influenced when it comes to our internal world as well, right? The decisions we take, you know, the relationship we have towards ourselves, our mental and emotional state, it all influences our actions, you know, the way we present ourselves in the world and just our life in general. We have all heard, and I've also said this in the past multiple times, right? That our internal world mirrors our external world, and excuse me, influences our external world. And what I'm getting here is that this next chapter of your life is gonna make you want to see within, you know. I definitely feel like you guys are gonna get the need to honestly maybe even isolate yourselves a little bit to take some space and some time for you, especially for those of you guys who do a lot for other people. You know, you're always showing up for others, you're always prioritizing others. I definitely feel like you're gonna understand how valuable silence and taking time for yourself is, and how nurturing it can be to only, or majority wise at least, put a lot of time for yourself. And I see you guys, whether it's voluntary or involuntary, but I see you guys actually doing some shadow work in this next chapter of your life. You're really gonna, I would say, look into sides of you that maybe you haven't, yeah, given a lot of attention to lately or for a very long time. I'm hearing much needed self-care time. So for some of you guys, self-care can increase in importance, but I definitely feel like this is all about you giving yourself the attention you need. And this next chapter, honestly, it can even be a little bit transformative in the sense that, one second, I'm receiving a message. Yeah, it can be very transformative in the sense that you guys reflect on your life, you reflect on your priorities, you reflect on your path, and you ask yourself, is it still what I want? Does it still resonate with me? Do I need to do certain changes in order to, increase my well being or show up for myself more? I definitely see some very major energy happening here. And once again, even just looking at your guys' energy, what I get so strongly is that this is truly what you guys need, especially when it comes to your emotional body. I feel like there is a lot of nurture that you need right now. And, sometimes we may know that, okay, emotionally speaking, maybe, you know, we have to look into that a little bit more. We may know that, yeah, we are being triggered, or yes, we have some need. I'm literally hearing some need for more peace. So that's interesting for some of you guys. Maybe life has been going a little bit, I would say, busy, or you haven't had time for yourself in a long time in which you can just sit down peacefully, and just be. And what I'm getting is that this next chapter of your life is definitely you prioritizing your peace, but it's more so about you looking into what it is that makes you feel turmoil, or what it is that makes you feel restless. Okay, definitely we get some inner work energy coming through here. So this is something I want to emphasize. This next chapter is really going to be significant because it could honestly transform your life. It can transform you, which is something very valuable. Which very often, when we take a step back and we, put the time for ourselves, we may literally go on a self reflection journey. The value that comes out of this experience, it's honestly priceless, because we may sometimes be so busy, so distracted, that we don't even hear our inner voice trying to communicate with us, right? When it comes to, you know, our emotional body, when it comes to the things we need, our well being, we may sometimes not even pay attention to it. And what I'm seeing here for you guys is you paying attention to it. And not only that, but you putting action into it as well. So if you feel like, okay, yes, there's something happening, you are feeling some disbalance here and you feel like you need some nurture, I see you acting on it, because acknowledging something without action is only half the work, right? And I see you being very determined. And, there is one energy that I also would like to talk about here, is the energy of love. However, I'm not getting romantic energy coming through. This is about self-love. I see that in this next chapter, the self-love is definitely going to go to the next level for you guys, which makes a lot of sense because I do feel like a lot of healing which comes from this chapter of your life is actually through self love. Those parts of you that need attention are parts of you that have been a little bit neglected. And you giving yourself the quality time you need and the love you need is actually going to make such a big difference. Wow. And not to say that you're not going to have time or love for other people, of course. I mean, you're gonna have that. But when we look at the priority in this next chapter and what is, I would say, the major theme, it is definitely you. It is definitely your self love. And it's definitely, I would say, even like shadow work for sure, you know, which maybe in the beginning may feel a little bit uncomfortable looking at those areas of your life or looking at yourself, at those sides of you that, maybe mm, need some love and care. But it's once again going to be so transformative. Yeah, I really need to say it, you guys. This next chapter of your life, it's about healing. And of course, healing is not a goal, healing is a journey. Healing is not something that happens from one day to the other. It is something very intimate, it is something very precious, but it can also be something very difficult. And what I'm seeing here is that one major thing about this healing journey of yours is that it's all about being non judgmental towards yourself. Very often, we compare even the like little things in our lives, right? And what I'm seeing here is that in this next chapter, the comparison is gonna you're gonna put it aside. And in fact, this comparison could even be a big trigger point for those, I would say, shadow sides of you that really need attention. And what I'm seeing is that you're gonna take this healing journey with your own time, with your own speed. You're not gonna compare it to other people's journey, to where they are. You really are gonna just focus on yourself, my dear. And by the way, I have received this message before. I remember it. However, I think it is like a very old reading. I don't know why I'm randomly remembering this. Maybe you have watched it, but I definitely feel like this, my dear, next chapter of your life is all about nurturing yourself. It's all about giving yourself the space and being very understanding as well. Because, yes, sometimes we are our greatest critics, right? Or we judge ourselves the harshest. And what I'm getting is that this is all about you being more gentle to yourself and understanding. Okay, we're not perfect. No one is. And even though we know it, we may sometimes expect perfect outcomes for ourselves, perfect action, perfect behavior. But I really see that you're getting gentler, okay, with yourself. This is a major thing here. And you're also going to look at the way you treat yourself, or the way, like the kind of energies you put into yourself as well from yourself. So, what do I mean by that? For example, the way you talk towards yourself, affirmations, the things you think about yourself. You're gonna prioritize it and look at it, okay? Very specifically. When I say I see you guys taking a step back to really dedicate your time and energy for yourselves, I really mean it. I'm hearing much needed, even. So, this is something a lot of you guys may need a lot right now. Putting the attention inwards. Maybe even something that you haven't done for quite a long time, because your attention has always been, externally and stuff like that. And this is why I said this reminds me of the hermit card a little bit, because it kind of feels like a little bit like stepping into your hermit mode. Not to say you're not doing anything like with other people anymore, but you're really seeing the importance and the significance of stepping away and giving yourself some much needed me time, which once again is gonna bring out some self reflection for sure, and some inner work. This is definitely the theme of Pal 2 energy here. let me know how you feel about this, because I know this is something that a lot of us are actually trying to like run away from, And in fact, the reason why we're so open when it comes to external distraction is because we may not even want to look within, because, it may be something that makes us feel a little bit uncomfortable. But what I'm seeing is that, oh my goodness, you guys, you don't see it, but we literally have 444 the time right now. So yeah, this is definitely something major. Maybe 444 is also meaningful to someone, but this is literally what I'm seeing right now. And yeah, I feel like this is a very significant chapter in your life, which will bring you closer to yourself, and even, you know, could even have a spiritual significance to you. A lot of growth, I would say, for sure. My dear pile 2, this is all I have for you guys for today. My dear, if you would like to claim this reading, let's go with a avocado emoji. This is so random, but drop a avocado emoji in the comment section below. Maybe someone likes avocados, I don't know, but I really felt drawn to say that. So yeah, drop it in the comment section below, my dear, if you would like to claim this reading. Also, of course, feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, because I do feel like it was a very significant reading for someone. As always, my dear, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal too. Take care, my dear. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see the next chapter of your life. What do you need to know, my dear? What's coming for you? Now let's start straight away. I have your candle right here, so let me light it up for you guys for my beautiful pile 3. Now, my dear, as always, oh my goodness, look at this flame. It's very big. Please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here for you guys. Let's see, let's see. The next chapter of your life, what do you need to know? Okay, 1 second. Okay, the first thing I'm getting so far, I'm getting some career messages coming through. And excuse me, my dear, I'm still a little bit sick. But as I was saying, I see career energy coming through. And what I'm getting about this is that, first of all, I honestly feel like congratulating you, because I'm seeing that there is something in this next chapter of your life regarding your career which may feel like a milestone or something that you wanted to achieve, or for the fruits of your labor, something that you wanted to get for quite a long time. It could even be a manifestation that you have been working on hard. What I'm seeing is that it actually materializing. What I'm seeing is that, let me say it that way, I see a version of you coming through, and this is only career specific. The first thing I heard was success, so this really made me feel like a milestone or something that you have been working towards, right? Something that you have been perhaps putting your energy, time into, right? And there's also something about your independence in here. I feel like for some of you guys, you're working very, very hard on creating a version of yourself. And while I was saying this, I heard a version of myself that I can be proud of. So, definitely, what I'm seeing is that One second, I'm receiving a message. Yeah, I see you guys being much more abundant, my dear. You know, you could get an opportunity coming your way that's going to allow you to go to the next level when it comes to your career. Once again, you could finally get this manifestation coming through, the fruits of your labor, something you've been working on, whether it's a raise, whether it's an opportunity, whether it's a certain circumstance that you have been working towards. But I feel like when it comes to your career, I see you much more fulfilled and satisfied. Like when I'm looking into the beginning of the chapter of your life and then the end of this, okay? I see I see a lot of change when it comes to how you see your work, how you feel towards it. It feels much more fulfilling, which is such a wonderful energy to get, okay? Because yeah, work energy is definitely something that we all would like, right? You know, getting into a space in which, we are more happy about our work or, whatever goal or success it is that we're looking forward to achieving, that we actually see it materializing. There is one thing I would like to say here, and it's that in this next chapter of your life, my dear, definitely take your manifestations serious because, sometimes it almost feels like in certain phases in our life, energetically speaking, things are looking very good for us, or maybe we're more high vibrational, maybe we're more receptive, but it just feels like the energy is great for manifesting. For some reason, I'm getting this coming through for you guys for sure. This next chapter of your life, if you guys choose, because of course you have free will and you can, decide for yourself whether you want to do something or not, even if the potential is there, even if the energy looks good. If this is something you guys choose to do, what I'm getting is that definitely stick with your manifestations or go for them, focus on them because it honestly feels like you guys, it's kind of like the universe is supporting you, okay? The universe is supporting you when it comes to your manifestations here. So definitely keep going. Another thing, my dear, excuse me, my dear. Sorry. Another thing I'm receiving for you guys is that your self image is coming through. I really feel like, my dear pal 3, there is something you're building for yourself here. Yes, it can absolutely be connected to the career I was talking about, but I feel like it's much more than that. This is your reputation. This is the way you show up in the world. I see you putting a lot of effort and energy into it, to improve yourself or show up as a version of you that once again I'm hearing you can be proud of. This is about you. I mean, of course, reputation has something to do with other people, right? How we're perceived and how other people see us, how they feel towards us. But I feel like it is it is more so about you. It's kind of like you asking yourself, okay, what version of myself do I want to create? What version of myself do I want to show up as? And this is something you definitely take serious. And your career, your job, your studies, whatever it is that resonates with you, I do feel like it is quite important when it comes to this reputation. What is this about? Honestly, I really feel like it's kind of like You want to move towards your greatest version today, not tomorrow. Sometimes we may visualize, we may fantasize so much about the kind of version of ourselves that we want to become. But very often it's only that. It's just, us visualizing it, or we are fantasizing about it, but not really stepping into that energy or putting the work into it. Okay, for some of you guys, it could be the case that you were drawn to Pal 2 as well. If this is the case, then feel free to watch it. If not, then as always, just stick with this one here. But what I'm seeing is that you're actually creating this version of yourself, okay? You're actually creating it. You're not only putting in the inner work, the visualization and stuff like that, but you're actually stepping into it. I literally see for some of you guys, maybe you're gonna change something about your wardrobe when it comes to your physical appearance, okay? Maybe this greatest version of you, there's some kind of image it has, or when it comes to how you want to show up to the world. And this is just physically speaking. When it comes to the wardrobe, when it comes to your appearance, I see that you're gonna put quite a lot of importance into this next chapter when it comes to this aspect of your life. But it's not only that, it goes, of course, more than only the physical appearance. I also see you guys thinking about how you interact with the world in general. I don't know why for some of you guys I'm hearing being more feminine. If this is for someone, then this is for you, but this is a very random message for some of you guys. Maybe you want to be more feminine, whatever this may mean to you. But whatever it may be, I see that the way you're showing up to the world, the way you're showing up even for yourself, there's a change happening here. I see you putting a lot of thought into your physical appearance, but also when it comes to how you react to the world. Because of course, my dear, we can never truly control all the things that are happening to us, because 90% of things in the world we can't control. Even more than that, right? Let's say 99% of the world, the things we can't control happening to us. But what we can control is the way we react to things, right? The way we chose to respond. And what I'm seeing here is that the way you choose to respond is in a very mindful way, and it is goal driven. So, for example, if some of you guys have some goal regarding something to do with, let's just say, this is so random, but let's just say you guys, you want to attract a certain partner into your life, okay? The way you're going to show up in the world is going to be much more mindful, because you want to match this energy. You want to match this partner's energy. Or let's just say you guys have a career goal that you really want to manifest. What I'm seeing is that the way you show up, okay, the way you present yourself, once again, your reputation, your image and stuff like that, it's going to definitely be much more calculated and much more goal oriented. So I see you guys doing some major shifts in here. And once again, the energy is very supportive of, whatever it is that you want to create in this next chapter. So this next chapter of your life, my dear, is a great time for you to create. So if you're watching this and you're just about to step into this next chapter, I would recommend you to honestly get very serious when it comes to your goals, and yeah, understand that the energies are working in your favor for sure. This energy shift is definitely very supportive. So take advantage of this opportunity, okay? Take advantage of this great energy, because you can make a lot out of it for sure. You can use it. My dear pal 3, this is all I have for you guys for today. I feel like you have the shortest reading. However, your reading is pretty straightforward. And yeah, I really feel like, my dear pal 3, your manifestations, okay? Keep focusing on them, or make a list, get really serious when it comes to what it is you want to manifest in this next chapter, because the energies, the universe, they're definitely supporting you. Let me tell you that, okay? If you would like, my dear, to claim this reading, then let's go with a candle emoji. Drop a candle emoji in the comment section below, my dear. As always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload any pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3, take care, my dear.